Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today I am sharing with you an order I got from Lincraft. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's get started. I have taken it out of the big wrap. Everything came wrapped in bubble wrap. One of the boxes did get damaged, but you'll see that in a minute. Just go ahead and stuff it out of here. Lincraft had 40% off everything, almost everything, for a week. It started as just a Easter sale, but then it continued on past Easter. Now, a lot of you would have seen in my videos that I use a lot of the craft stall stuff from the Reject Shop, and that is actually part of Rosie's studio. So those designs are from Rosie's studio, and if you know me, you know my favourite colour is purple, so you might be able to guess what is coming. I got 2 packets of the Carpe Diem flowers. I don't usually buy the flowers because I have a lot of I Am Roses, but I actually want to make some things for myself with this, so I thought I would grab the matching flowers for a change, and they have gold paint around the edges. Then I got 2 packets of the Carpe Diem tags. There's 24, so there is maps. Cat. Another cat attack. She's been getting in all my videos lately. She wants to be a YouTube star. This one says, a little something just for you. Then there is the teal and the purple with the gold foil around the outside. Love and kisses. Black and white flowers at the top. And then a pretty floral tag. And there should have been 2 of them, but one is missing. Then I got the Carpe Diem stamps because I thought this would be absolutely gorgeous to colour. And then you've got thanks, hugs with sympathy, love. You can put with love, with thanks, sympathy hugs. And then I also got the stamp and die set. Up here there is a frame, and this cuts out the frame. We have words, thanks, smile and hello. Life is a series of thousands of tiny miracles. Collect beautiful moments. Grateful. You're pretty amazing, and it's the little things in life. So I'm super excited to have them. And then I also got the washi tape, which is absolutely stunning. I was worried about this colour because it looks very green online, but when you get it, it's this beautiful teal. So that's really pretty, but I was in love with the floral, purple floral. I don't have a lot of nice purple washi, so I grabbed this because I really wanted it, and then I grabbed 2 because I really wanted lots of it because I can see me using this a lot, especially as I don't have a lot of pretty purple floral washies. The washi were $3. I think the tags were $3. The flowers were $3. Stamps were $3, I think. And then this was down to $9. And then, excuse me, kitty, I also got the Carpe Diem paper pad. Oh wow, wow. Papers in the Reject Shop are thinner weight, and so now I know why they are cheaper in the Reject Shop, because this is actually a proper nice heavyweight cardstock. And when they had one of the other ones in there which had less sheets, I think it only had 24 sheets or something like that, the papers are much thinner in those ones, and they only cost $12. This only cost me $12, but that's only because it was on sale. I have this gorgeous, gorgeous purple floral page here. This one is one that I'm about, but it'll get used. Black diamonds. Look at that. That is gorgeous. The black and white hydrangeas. We have the first foiled piece. Absolutely beautiful. Stripes, marbling, foil. That one's got everything. I keep thinking there's another piece, but there's not. They're just so thick. They are, I would say, Kaisercraft weight. And this is absolutely beautiful as well. They have pink marble type design at the top with a floral at the bottom. Another geometric pattern. Purple swirly marbly type pattern. I love these. These are gorgeous. Just out of curiosity. So the papers in this are a lot thinner, so they're not actually that much bigger than those ones. I was just curious. They didn't look a whole lot bigger. Wow, the colours on this are a lot more vibrant as well. Beautiful. I didn't buy any of the 6x6s because I already own a few of the 6x6 pads in the craft store ones. I can't tell you if the paper is actually a heavier weight in them, because this is not a heavyweight paper in these like is in this. This one's a diamond foil on the teal background. Purple hydrangeas, map, butterflies. I love this page as well. And back to the start. So there's 3 of each pages, and there are 14 different pages. 2 sheets, 9 foiled designs, 14 designs altogether. And yes, I got 2 of them. because they were $12 and I absolutely love that collection, and I plan to make myself some stuff for that as well as a few other things for the cottage. And then I was looking at this stuff, but they had free post if you spent $100, and this stuff wasn't $100. And so I was just looking around their site to see what else they had, and I noticed that they had something interesting, and I actually didn't know very much about it, surprisingly, not until after I'd bought it and I binge watched a million videos and got more and more excited. I got the Go Preston foil. Now, my box is very beat up, but I did have a quick look inside and nothing looks damaged. I have also been to Spotlight, and I got these plates because they were on sale for $18, so I just thought it would give me, I wasn't sure what this sentiment was, and I thought it would give me a bunch of different sentiments that I'd be able to use. The only thing I don't like is that they are joined. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would not be joined and you could mix and match your sentiments, but that's okay. You still get a lot. Miss you, bless you, happy birthday, forever friends, get well and love you. These were normally $30 and I got them for $18, mostly because of how many were in it. I thought that would be a good versatile starter pack, and then I lay-byed a few more. In the box there is 2 foils, but if you remember seeing my mink shenanigans, you'll know that I have a box full of foil. These are all Go Preston foils in the boxes. I have a dozen of them at the moment and a couple more on the way. I have this Cuttlebug plate that I bought at a craft show at some point. I don't remember when. I've had it for years and never actually used it. And it's a thick one, not the thin one. So people are saying the thin one will work for some things and the thick one will work for some things. So I have the thick one and I'm going to try that out and see if it works. This doesn't bend at all. Like some of the other ones, they're like wobbling them and they sound like a wobble board. So gold and silver, which I'll use them before I use my ones that are in the packet. This shows their youtube.com Art Deco Creations brands, then www.couturecreationsoz.blogspot.com.au. And then I have the silicone mat. There are 3 hot foil stamps in here. Lifetime of Memories, Peacock Feather and the Flourish. And that is what they look like there. Instructions, warranty. I have watched 10 million videos already. I've been watching The Gentleman Crafter. I've watched Joanne Hedges. I've watched Scrapbooking Made Simple. I watched Anna Griffin, the Hot Foil Tweezers. What else did I watch? I watched Couture Creations, picking up lots and lots of tips, and I didn't think this through because this will need to be plugged in. Now you can buy a kit, and I'm not sure if Lincraft sells it. Their online website is woeful. Positively woeful. Most of the stuff that is in their store is not even on there. They didn't even have foil or hot foil stamps on their website. That's a good thing I already had foil. But it comes with hot foil stamps and that I grabbed an extra pack. I did also lay-by a couple more that were on sale, and I have found a website that has some on sale that I really want to do an order, but I'll have to check my finances. Now, my daughter is going to give me some money towards this for my Mother's Day present. It was on sale for $77. I found a coupon for 10% off your whole order, so that brought it down to $70, which is a bargain because the amount of things I have seen that you can do with this is just crazy. I probably, if I'd have known about this before the mink, I probably would have just bought this one. That's not saying I won't still use the mink. There are different things that each of them can do. I actually used stencils and foiled my planner. Did I put them away? Now, there were a couple of errors. This was my first time trying the foils. This was actually my very first go, and I learned that you need to foil the whole lot at once and not do one at a time, because then it takes the shine off for the mink. This was all done in the mink with stencils. I had to wait for areas to dry for an hour before I could put all the stuff on, and then I just foiled each sheet one at a time. But the mink and the Go Preston foil can do 2 different things. I've recently found a video where you can use stamps with your mink if you use the Deco Gel. I think Heidi Swap also has a resist spray that you can use. I am going to plug this in and we'll give it a quick go. I really wish I could have done this as a live, but as I can't do lives at the moment, this will probably just be a very long video. I have grabbed a few things. I tested that with a silicone mat, but the silicone mat I used was very dirty. I need to take that one out and give it a wash, I think. It's been a while since that one's been used. But I do have another silicone mat, and I know that I did that wrong because the impression is way too deep. What I'm going to do before I start any foiling is I'm going to line that up, just trying to line it up somewhat nicely. Forgot what I was even doing. This is 250 GSM cardstock, and then I'm going to try the Spellbinders plate, and then I'm going to use the Cuttlebug plate because it's thinner and is supposed to work better with this. Nope, that didn't give enough pressure. So I am going to add a shim. That's the other thing I've watched a lot, and they say shim, shim, shim. I'm going to try with one shim, because when I tried with the Spellbinders mat, it was too thick. Let's see how this looks. Now we've got a really nice impression without all the extra pushed in bits. Test one. Now I know that you can also ink these up, but I am not going to ink that up. I am going to turn on my pressing foil, and the flashing light means it's heating up. I'm grabbing out the gold foil because I think that will be easier to see. Now I've just got to find some scissors. I'm just cutting out a piece to use. This one's a bit worse for wear, so I probably won't foil 100%. One of the things I've seen is to cut off your corners so that it doesn't stick to your paper. Then I'll stick the foil on, and I'm going to try with a double shim to start with. This is 250 grams in half. I'm going to place that on and put the lid down. Double check for a minute to make sure that it's hot enough still. And then I'm going to run it through, and one of the other things that everybody says is run it through slowly. And run it back through slowly. Now if there's a lot of extra foil on my paper, then 2 shims is too many. You just got to let it cool down a second, and to remove it, and then it's on this silicone heat-proof mat. You're not melting anything of importance. And let's do the big reveal. Oh, that is so pretty! So it looks like 2 shims is what I need. That is absolutely spot on perfect. There's no extra foil anywhere, no overfoiling. That is lovely. I'm so excited. Okay, what's next? Now I want to try with a regular die. I have a Spellbinders die. Is this big enough? Again, I'm going to cut the corners. I'll trim a piece off. Can use that if I need a tester for something down the line. And trim these corners off. I'm not going to trim too much. I think I might have made it a slight bit too small to trim too much off the corners. Cardstock on top, my shim, make sure the shim is centered, and then I'm just going to wait for the light to go green again. Oh my goodness, I'm going to start foiling everything inside. Light's gone green. I'm going to pass this through slowly. Bring it back slowly. There wasn't a lot of pressure there, so I'm a bit worried that wasn't enough shims. We'll see what we get in a second when it's cooled down. It did work. Oh, that is gorgeous. Can you see that beautiful frame that it cut out? That is Decorative Labels 1. Now, as I said, I have this metal plate that I got from Craft Show, so I'm going to put that down. It's supposed to be for my Cuttlebug. Hopefully it's the right size. And then I am going to grab, this is a piece of Bella chip, and I'm just going to cut. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is use the center of this piece. Oh. So you put the foil down, chip, and then I can't remember actually how to do this. So I think you just need to run it through, so I will see. I'm going to close the lid and let it heat up and run it through and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then that's okay. I'm just going to grab that corner and slide it off and let it cool down, and let's see if it worked. Not quite enough pressure, so I'm going to put that back on there, and then I'm going to add single shim, and then I'm going to close that and let it heat back up again. My dies have already cooled right down. It doesn't take them long, especially because it's autumn right now. I'm going to run this through again slowly as I go over it. Go back, and we'll see if we got a good impression. I'm flying by the seat of my pants because I can't remember actually how they did this. Going to let that cool right down. Still missed a few little bits, but I think they were the bits that it missed the first time. That's a piece of Bella chip. I am going to try a Craft wood chip, and I'm just going to trim this paper to what we need. I saw the chipboard, but I haven't seen anyone try with wood flourishes that I know of. I'm going to place my shim on and shut the lid, and even though the light is green, I'm just going to give it a few more seconds because I need the wood and the paper to heat up as well. It still says it's good to go, so I'm going to put it through and hopefully this works. Well, that one gave good pressure, so I think next time for chipboard I need to use a double shim. I'm going to push that back in. Just going to slide this off carefully. I can already see that it looks like it may have given a decent impression. Now the only thing with the wood is it is textured, so we'll see what's left behind. There are a few tiny little bits left behind, but you can't even really notice them on that. And I meant to do that in silver because it's a tap. This one's going to be a gold tap instead. You can do your Craft wood. You can do chipboard. I'm going to put a stencil down. This is a Craft stencil. Then a piece of foil. Then I am going to grab a piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to take the double shim and run that through the machine. Now I don't think that was enough pressure at all. That was a very thin stencil. You can see a little bit of something, but definitely not enough pressure. So I'm actually just going to reuse that. Because this is such a thin stencil, I think I'm going to try the mat wherever I hit it. I'm going to open that up and grab my plate and then run that through. And again, that's not enough pressure. Okay, I'm going to plug that back in again, and this time I'll run it through with the Go Press and Foil. It gives a lot more pressure, so we'll see what happens. Might be too much pressure. I should have put a shim in between. That was what I forgot. I think this one has used too much. Far too much pressure. Okay, so clearly I need more practice with that one, although I do like how that turned out. It's very distressed. And that piece would probably look good on a page as well. I'll have to see if I can get that off somehow. So to do an embossing folder, I believe you put that side. And then this time I'm going to make sure my paper isn't too big. Then I'm going to add that, add some paper, and shut the lid. I'm winging it. I can't remember the sandwiches. We'll learn together. And when I get my stuff together and write better notes, because I did write some notes, but I guess they're not as good as they should be. This hasn't kept flashing, so I'm going to slowly run this through. Nope, that's too thick. I think this is one that you actually need the C-plate for, so I'm going to push that back in, let it reheat, add my C-plate, shut the lid while I wait for it to heat up. Now that it's green, I'll pull it out. Oh, it won't pull out because the lid is open. Okay, pull it out, flip it round, open it up, push the embossing folder through, and then wind it through the machine, and that's not enough pressure. Ah! I think I need a double shim, so I'm going to pull that back out again, plug everything back in to heat up. Okay, let's try again. Now I'm going to open that back up, feed that through. Again, it doesn't feel like there's enough pressure there, so I think for this I may need 3 shims. I'm just going to quickly run it through and see if that helps. And I just realised that I'm doing this the wrong way, if you were wondering. Let it cool down a bit, and then I will show you the right way to do it. What we've got here is, well, that's interesting. Oh, like it moved, but that's because I ran it through a couple of times, but that's interesting. Okay, I need a new piece of foil. On the Go Foil website, they say use the foil, cardstock, then I'm adding the embossing folder, and I'm going to add, I think I'll try a double shim. I'll place that on top, just make sure that that is nice and hot. Then I'm going to run that through. I just realised I'm doing it wrong again. Then I'm going to open that up and use my Cuttlebug plate. And I can feel that that feels nice and firm this time with the 2 shims. My Cuttlebug is very old and well loved, so needing a double shim does not surprise me. Then let's open it up and have a look. I can see that something happened, so let's see if that was too many shims. Let it cool down. I do have cut and emboss dies. I don't want to use them on the cutting plate. I'm going to try and work out how to do it with my B plate. There we go, almost there. That one needs some more practice. Some of them came out really well and some of them needed a bit more pressure. But I still think that looks pretty cool. As I said, I do have the cut and emboss dies, and there is another plate you can buy. What I'm going to do is grab out just a little small one. I'll just grab this Bless You. And then I'm going to try first of all with, I need to put shims on top of my plate actually. I'm going to put the word down. I've got a scrap of foil that I can use. Grab my piece of paper. Then I'm going to grab my Cuttlebug plate, and then I'm going to grab 1 shim. And then I'm going to just make sure it gets hot enough. I know it says that it's green, but I like to give it a minute just to double check. It's because there is so much in there. And then I'm going to pull this out. And that is not enough. So I need more shims. There is a special plate that you can buy to cut into. I don't want to cut into this plate. Don't think that actually worked. I'll just lift everything up and have a quick look. Not quite cut or embossed. What I'm going to do is take the mat, put that back on, and then I'm going to run it through to see if we can get it to, oh, I think we need a shim. I'm going to run this through with a shim. And then I'm going to take all this extra off, and I can see there's an impression in my mat. Now, I could leave the impression, or I could position that back in there, flip that onto my Cuttlebug plate. I could grab some tape, but it's going to be pretty sturdy so long as I'm careful. So I've got my C plate, my B plate, and now I'm going to run it through and cut it. And let's see if it foiled okay. And I had too much pressure in the end. So it is a matter of playing around. I want to try that again, so I'm going to get another piece. This time I'm only going to take 1 shim. Again, it's a matter of trial and error, so I'm just going to shut the lid and make sure it gets nice and hot. Now let's run through. Nope, the foil wasn't quite in the right spot, but that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to carefully grab that off there. Now I've got my plates. This one foiled much better. I am just going to add that into the grooves. Now I'm going to pull the die out. And there is my cut out die, and it worked so good that time. So I only need 1 shim to do it, and I can do it without buying the extra plate until I get that in my stash. I do know where to get it from. There are a couple of places in Australia that I can get the extra cutting plate from with the grid lines, but these slot so well back into the niche that they have created from running it through in the first place that it's so easy to line it back up and get a perfect cut. That is so cute. I love that. That is my first look and first go with the Go Press and Foil. There was a few foibles and a few things went wrong. We have some good pieces and some not so good pieces. I hope you enjoyed my first look and my big mess with the Go Press and Foil. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.